What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I got one of my quick hit scouting report videos going for you right now. It's for the Buffalo Bills in Week 3. I'm actually getting ready to watch this Jags game against the Bengals, and then later tonight, once the league standings get updated for this first game of Week 4, then I will do the Week 4 scouting report video for the Jags, and I may also do one other one tonight. We'll see, just see how the night plays out, but I'm definitely going to do that one later. For now, though, this is the Bills. Yeah, and obviously, so diving right into that, so obviously we got our asses kicked when we played them the first time. Hopefully it's not that bad the second time, but unfortunately, I do think that is still going to be a loss for the Dolphins when we do get to that. It's going to be in Buffalo in Week 8. It's a Halloween game, so that's exciting, possibly even scary. But yeah, they're a good team, and we're going to see especially when we get into the league standings, man, that so far through the first 3 weeks of the season, they are damn good. And especially their defense is in the top of the league in every single category. So let's jump right into this. The Bills, they just beat the Washington football team, who dropped to 1-2. The Bills are now 2-1, and they beat them by a margin of 43-21. Obviously a pretty wide margin there. They took care of business, and it looks like the Bills are really starting to get on pace. So, and look like the Bills. Their first 2 games, they were a little, obviously they didn't play too great on offense. The first 2 games, they lost to the Steelers in Week 1, then they did kick our ass, but, they're starting to pick up steam, which is unfortunately, though, not a good thing for the Dolphins, right? So, but anyway, let's take a look at this. They had 481 yards of total offense and only gave up 290. They had 359 in the passing game, gave up 212. They had a $122 on the ground and only gave up 78. They had 6.2 yards per play and only gave up 5.8. And I mean, look, they dominated every single category in this game. Or, at least one every single category. They got 1 fumble from Washington. They took 2 interceptions. They intercepted 2 balls from Washington. They got 1 sack on Washington and didn't allow any, and they obviously didn't give up any turnovers. They were 60% on third down percentage, and they only gave up 18%. I mean, look at this. This is outrageous. 35-30. If you just look at the box score and all these stats, and you don't even take the actual score into fucking account. If you just look at all of these, man, you would say, damn, yeah, definitely the Bills dominated this game. Then you add in the score, and then, of course, you watch it, and it's pretty evident. They had the ball for 35-37 as opposed to the 24-23 for Washington, and each team had 5 penalties, so they were even there. Okay, so let's take a look at the Bills. Josh Allen was 32 for 43, 358, and 4 touchdowns. Mitchell Trubisky had 1 pass for a single yard. That's exciting. Zach Moss had 13 rushes for 60 yards and a 4.6 average. Devin Singletary, 11 for 26 and a 2.4. And Mitch Trubisky threw in 4 rushes for 19 yards and a 4.8. Josh Allen had 4 rushes for 9 yards and a touchdown with a 2.3. So not only did he throw for 4 interceptions, but he also ran 1 in as well. And, the Bills are heating up, man, which is obviously, like I said, not good for the Dolphins. Cole Beasley was 11 of 13 for 98. Emmanuel Sanders, 5 of 6, 94, and 2 scores. Stephon Diggs, 6 of 10 for 62. Dawson Knox, 4 of 5, 49, and a touchdown. Zach Moss, 3 of 3 for 31 and a score. Gabriel Davis, 1 for 23. And, yeah. And then we will take a quick dip down here. But yeah, man, I mean, the Bills are just a really good team, and they've been building it properly over the past 3 years. And, of course, they got it right with Josh Allen, who they have, groomed and developed into a pretty phenomenal quarterback. He had a lot of the tools and stuff going into it, especially with the physical traits, and they've been able to really, hone that and get him to play at his best. So Taylor Heineke was 14 of 24, 212, 2 touchdowns with 2 interceptions. Antonio Gibson was 12 runs, 31 yards, and a 2.6. J.D. McKissick, 3 for 23 and a 7.7. Taylor Heineke added 8 for 21 and a rushing score of his own for 2.6. Antonio Gibson was 1 of 2 for 73 and a touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 4 of 7 for 62. Logan Thomas, 4 of 4 for 42 and a score. J.D. McKissick, 2 of 2 for 15. Add Cam Sims, 1 of 2 for 15. And that's about a wrap there. So, you know, and the, I mean, yeah, what do you say? It sucks, man. It sucks as a Dolphins fan because, you know, obviously we're about to go take a jump over to the league standings now. And it's even more depressing when we get to the league standings because it just reflects how good the Bills, like, actually are. And unfortunately, I expect this to continue throughout the majority of the season. So if we look at their offense, you can see that in every single statistical category, they are in the top end of the league. Their worst statistical category is 12th, which they are in, total yards, they got 1166, and yards per game, 388.7, which is 12th. Total passing, they have 808, and passing yards per game, 269.3, which is 12th. But rushing, they have 382 total and 127.3 per game, which has them at 7th. And points-wise, they have a total of 94 with 31.3 per game, which has them at 4th. It doesn't get any better for the Dolphins when we get down to the defensive statistics, because as you can see, their worst statistic currently through 3 games has them as low as 7th. I mean, they're dominating on defense. And that's even with the fact that some of these statistics here are still a little bit jumbled up because it's still pretty early in the season. Yards per game, they're only allowing 252.7, which has them at 4th. Passing yards per game is 194, which is 4th. Rushing yards per game, 74.7, which is 7th. Points per game, only 14.7, which has them at 4th. They have 6 takeaways so far on the year, which is 4th. 3 interceptions, which is 7th. 3 fumbles, which is 2nd. 9 sacks, which is 7th. And 17 passes defensed, which is 3rd. So, as you can see, these Bills are really goddamn good. And then, just to throw on which, the Dolphins, so when I do the, Jags game later, the quick hit scouting report video for the Jags game later, these statistics will update with that game, so they should change or they may change a little bit. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But those will be updated with that first week 4 matchup. That's later, though. That hasn't happened yet because the game is just starting. But here's a quick look where the Dolphins are currently and on offense and where they are currently on defense. So with that wraps it up. I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys appreciate my perspective. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Share my channel and videos with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section. Of course, as always, follow me on Twitter at Dillon Tartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.